before this movie begins, I'd like to ask everyone to please put their phones on silent or turn them off. Because it's once again time for the Osu Taiko World Cup 2025 this time. I'm Rafauj, and who else do I have here? Say hello.
You have me, Teasel.
Yay!
This is my 5th year casting, and I'm super happy to be back once again for such a big year. I feel like watching everything unfold so far, it's going to be a really exciting year with a lot of opportunities for teams that maybe haven't had such great opportunities before. So it's anyone's game.
Anyone's game. We've got a lot of new faces and a lot of old faces too.
Absolutely. Really bringing out the best of the best and representing what the World Cup is really all about. So we're going to kick the whole tournament off with the qualifiers pool. It's a pretty short one. We have 7 maps total, with 3 no mod, 1 hidden, 1 hard rock, 1 double time, and 1 free mod.
Which means the first map is going to be no mod 1. There it is! There's no mod 1! Miracle Grape by Dinoco P!
The first map that you will play this year. Unless you decide to play another map yourself, but that would be silly. Play them in order. Because the qualifiers is played in order. So it makes sense to do that.
Played in order, and you get to do it 2 times in case you mess up the first time.
It's not advised that you do, though.
Yeah, you want to make the best of what you got. I want to also point out that you don't have to play with perfect. We just had one of the playtesters saying, "Look at me, I'm really good."
Yeah, this is the new change that we've brought to this year. Yeah, this is no mod 1. This is it's filling the generic no mod 1 slot. This is all about your consistency. It's got your 1-6, it's got some streams in there. It's going to be kind of condensing a couple of different skill sets into one map, as it is a qualifiers. You know, we only have so many maps, so you'll see a couple of different skill sets represented in each map. So yeah, you have a bit of your technical stuff with the 1-6, you have some streams, there's a bit of SV going on as well. It's just all about your general consistency.
Yeah, this is like a little mini TV for No Mod 1.
Yeah, and it's also, it's not too long, 2.5 minutes. Normally, I feel like it's a trend that's kind of changing, but no mod 1s, traditional at least in the past, have normally been very long. Oh, we even have like a mini slow jam section here.
That's what I mean, it's a mini TB. But with forced no mod. In the actual rounds you get to choose free mod.
Yeah, things looking good. Definitely a lot of opportunity for players to make mistakes, both new and experienced alike. But of course, very doable as we have a new player on Perfect.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a semi-spoiler. The sort of layout for the pool is that no mod 1, possibly no mod 3, DT1 and Free Mod 1 are the more accessible maps that we sort of expect people to do fairly well on, while the mod maps are a little more specialized, so to speak.
And there it is, keeping it short and simple. And yeah, should be a good test of skill across the teams, and hopefully it won't be too much of an accuracy battle.
Yeah. Unlike No Mod 2, which is likely not going to be an accuracy battle at all.
Yeah, so this is A Fight in Tunisia, which is a collab song between Sobram and Iwashi, so you know it's going to be a really good one. It was an Osu original for the 4-Key World Cup 2024.
Yeah, already representing the other game modes here.
Would it really be a taiko qualifiers pool without a bit of jazz in there?
Exactly.
So that's what this is fulfilling, and tech as well.
It's jazz. It's kind of slow, So some might think, oh, I can single tap this, but if you do that, you have to be extremely good. Because you have that little thing there, like a 1-8-1-6 mix. You need to have perfect control.
Yeah, so I mean, you say, yeah, I'm sure there will be some players out there that will think, I can single tap this, and they will single tap this. But for the majority of people, it's all about the finger control of these different snappings paired with the lower BPM of 148. And of course, plenty of bursts and different awkward patterns just to keep you on your toes. As you said, this is probably not going to be an accuracy battle. We're expecting players to pick up misses on this one, so try to minimize them as much as possible. Even our replayer didn't manage to play this with perfect, so don't feel too bad if you don't play perfectly either. Overall, I'm feeling like the patterning is generally not too bad. I feel like it plays a bit more into like the different snappings and finger control rather than the awkwardness of patterns, which you sometimes see in tech maps. So, you know, at least it's not kind of going way too overboard for the qualifiers, as we do have to consider the skill sets of the entire range of teams that have signed up and put together.
Yeah, exactly. As we say that, though, we go into a little bit of a harder section. With this pattern right there.
Oh, that one's definitely going to trip up a couple of people.
Yeah, it tripped up the test players quite a few times.
Well, the test players we have this year are pretty good.
Yep, that just goes to show that it's not free.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to make it too easy. We wouldn't want anyone like double S-ing every single map or anything.
There you go, there's your No Mod 2. Now, No Mod 3 might be a little bit unexpected because we are deviating from the norm and not having a gimmick map. Instead, we're having a pure speed map. With Ashram's Galvanizer.
I believe, personally, that's probably a really good approach to take. Because generally, you would see like speed only kind of be represented in like double time, or maybe just like the speed in hidden as well. So by kind of having a speed dedicated map, it frees up double time and hidden to kind of represent their own specific skill sets a bit more, while also allowing speed, which is a very integral part of taiko, to have its entire own dedicated slot, especially as speed is represented more and more as you get further up into the difficulties pools.
Exactly, yeah. Common complaint last year when we had a gimmick map in qualifiers was that, oh, this is only really represented by one map in future pools, so what's the point of having it affect seeding so much? And, you know, fair point. So we removed it.
Let me see, I also believe that this song is additionally from MWC 2024 as a OSU original.
Yep, we love our Mania guys here.
Yeah, Mania songs translate to taiko pretty well most of the time.
I mean, most of the time, yeah. As we saw the last map and now this map.
Of course, with the freedom of creating pulls, we're allowed to cherry pick here and there, but... Yeah, with this map, the patterning seems fairly simple overall. Interesting seeing those finishers towards the end. Don't look too difficult overall. But yeah, it's pretty much just testing the raw speed. That's what it's all
raw
about.
Raw speed and sort of finger control with the unconventional rhythms in some parts.
Yeah. Once again, if we just made it like a pure speed map with like nothing else going on, it would just be who can tap 288, but you need to add something else in there just to develop the skill set a bit more. Make sure that you're really testing who can and who can't do this.
Speaking of skill
And
sets, let's go into Hidden, everyone's favorite mod, right? Right?
of course. And we're seeing
Right.
a very well-known song here, Four Veiled Stars by Billy Emoto. This has been in various levels of tourneys at different difficulties, but here it shows up as a hidden in the qualifiers.
Yeah, this song has to be one of the most pulled Osu songs. And here we are only inflating those numbers with Hidden 1.
Starting off with a fairly slow hidden. Looks, just with like the slowly increasing and decreasing SV. But the parroting is simple. It's just more about can you read slightly slower SV. But with the style of song this is, I'm also expecting high SV, such as this.
There you go! Since we only have one hidden map, we have to cover both ranges, both high and low speed.
And, for everyone that knows the song, this is pretty much the perfect song to do it with.
Yeah, I mean, if you know the song, you can tell that now we're going into another slow part. They're so perfectly segmented. Like, oh, low intensity, low intensity again.
Here's the high intensity again. Mixing up with some high SV streams with some lower SV technical pattern. Some very minor overlaps as well.
Yeah, I like that right there.
Yeah. The kind of overlaps where maybe if you're sight reading it might throw you off, but once you've given the map a couple of tries, it shouldn't be an issue. And back to the high SV. Fortunately, all the 1.6 does look pretty conventional. It's the kind of thing that every player will have encountered everywhere in the sort of maps that they play, especially if you're playing maps from, say, like the 2018-2020 era.
Yeah. I mean,
So it might
having
look a bit
both high
difficult
and
on
low
paper,
speed,
but
both high and low speed in one map might not really be representative of future pools, but that tech definitely will be.
and of course, what's hidden without hard rock? The evil counterpart.
Wait a minute, that's not hard rock, that's free mod. Well, I guess we're looking at free mod. Let's go.
Oh yeah. So free mod, normally represented by the color green, we have Chartreuse green.
Yeah,
With this
it's the Preacher
adorable
feature,
background.
featuring the Preacher.
Oh yeah. So this map is 180 BPM, roughly pretty much the most like borderline flat BPM there kind of is. So you can already tell that this is going to be something that's treated to be kind of fairly accessible to both hidden and hard rock, as well as hidden hard rock. It's not going to be completely free, because of course we want to test your ability to stack those mods up as a team. So as you see, the slowing down SV section, and there'll be some higher SV as well scattered throughout the map. But it's up to you to decide if you want the hard rock, or the hidden hard rock. Is no mod an option for free mod? Or is it forced?
No mod is indeed an option. You don't
All
technically
right.
have to choose anything.
So you can keep things simple, but of course, stacking on those mods will give you a score advantage. And if you want to seed high, you're going to want to be getting as much advantage as you can.
Exactly. It's a sort of halfway between anti-mod and moddable. It's not going to be completely impossible with hidden hard rock, but it will be noticeably difficult.
Yeah, here's our higher SV section now. We see the notes are a bit more spaced apart, and that will be accentuated further with the addition of hard rock.
And there you go. Free mod wrapping itself up after that little speed bit.
There
Very
it is.
nice.
All right,
I
which
wake
map
up,
will we
I
see
go.
next?
Which will it be?
That's
Right,
double
we're going
time.
BT. Let's go. We're going backwards now.
So of
So,
course,
DT.
we love Nano Hero. A
We
whole
sure
lot,
do.
like a whole lot.
This is a repeat for those who played in the Nanahira Taiko Cup. We figured, hey, it works here too, so let's give it another spin.
The Nano Hero Cup was a long time ago, was it not?
It was quite a long time ago now, so
I
might serve
imagine.
as a bit of a refresher.
Yeah, so for the people that potentially played in it, it's something that they'll have not played in a long time. So, you know, there's no kind of advantage to having played in that tournament recently because it was so many years ago. And for the new people, it can be a bit of a taste of what was around in the past as well.
Alright, it seems like we've actually been trolled here.
Have
The
we?
mapper's in the chat saying the description is a joke. This is not from the Nanahira Taiko Cup.
Oh my days.
This is a great show.
Right. Start the stream again. Take it from the top.
Alright, please turn off your phones. The stream's about to begin.
Good thing no one had their phones on to record all these mistakes that we've been making.
Yeah. Anyways, about the map, since we had a proper raw speed Nomad 3, this is a bit slower and more stamina focused.
This song didn't even exist during the Nano Hero Cup.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah, mixing. I'm liking the mix of getting some doublets in there for the even plit and the odd plit patterning as well, just to keep things kind of interesting.
Yeah, one might argue that this is a mix of both DT1 and DT2, since, you know, some weird rhythms, some speed, and right at the end here, some SV.
Yeah, looks pretty good. It looks good as an attempt to kind of combine those two sort of things together. It won't be perfect, of course, but looks pretty good to me, and I hope you all enjoy it.
And I hope
Will
you
we
also
see
enjoy the last
the
map of
legend,
the pool.
the legendary Hard Rock? There it is,
Hard Rock
evolutionary
one.
anima, spicy chicken sandwich.
Map by Skull Kid, our favorite song.
is
very recent.
Is spicy
Just a couple
chicken
weeks old.
sandwich like a reference to the McSpicy method?
Spicy chicken sandwich is actually a reference to a comment by the song's creator. Left on their SoundCloud, I think.
Nice. So I believe this one is also an Osu original. It was MWC 7 Key 2025. So it's only been around for a couple of weeks, and we're already using it here in the Taiko World Cup because it just fits so well.
It's so cool.
Of course, the main skill sets of Hard Rock generally tend to be your fast reading, and then your slower Hard Rock with the more technical aspect and accuracy. So we're seeing a mix of that here. The higher SV mixed with a bunch of 1.6.
Yeah, and then here
And
we have the
1.3.
speed part.
Cannot forget the 1.3.
Little 1-3 part with some very high speed spinners here. Don't get
Oh, and the
caught out.
doublets. Oh, and those monos as well, I imagine, is going to catch out quite a lot of bongo players, particularly if they're not hard rock players as well.
Yeah. Going into
Seems
the
like
main
a
chord,
good-
the last part.
Yeah, it seems like a good counterpart to the Hidden. The Hidden definitely had like its slower sections where it's going to be way more accessible to the Hidden players. This one, of course, Hard Rock generally a bit more accessible to non-Hard Rock players, but it's at a speed high enough where you're going to have to be a Hard Rock player to kind of get a really high score on this one.
Yeah.
This is really fast, actually. Maybe it's just because I'm a non-Hard Rock player, but I would be struggling a lot with this one.
I think the end there goes up to about 240, or the equivalent.
Yeah. And there it is. Just to quickly reiterate, the order that the maps will be played in is not the order that we have shown. You'll be playing them in the order of NoMod 1, 2, 3, Hidden, Hard Rock, Double Time, and then Free Mod. But this should be reflected in the order written on any sheet or anything that you see. Just the normal order that you would see in a tournament.
We're doing that next weekend, so, you have a lot of time to get it down, have time to practice the order and the maps themselves. And you also have time to, schedule your lobbies, which you'll have to do before Thursday, I believe? I'll be corrected if I'm wrong.
It's normally Thursday.
We'll go with that. Let's see. We'll go with that, and I don't think we have anything more to say here.
I don't think there's any kind of further announcements at the moment. I've not been told of any, at least. So yeah, just confirmation has to be by Thursday, 23:59 UTC. So just the end of Thursday, get a lobby in, discuss with your team, and do the very best that you can, because seeding oftentimes means everything. It determines all your matchups, where you are in the bracket. So do your best, and I hope you enjoy. And we will see you again for the results of the qualifiers, the seeding, and therefore continuing on with the tournament with the round of 32 showcase next weekend. Best of luck.
Be there.
And we'll see you then.
Bye-bye.
It slipped right through my fingers. It slipped right through my